Chris, a dating doc. And look, I'm going to put the nail in the coffin. This is going to be the last video, last drop that I do on this whole fresh and fit situation. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it is a fresh and fit situation. It is not an ab and preach situation. They have already taken the exit. They're not worried about that because guess what? They are grown-ass men. The difference between grown-ass men and kids is kids make a mess until you teach them better, right? As a kid, you know, you can't eat cereal without spilling the milk all over the place. You grabbing Cheerios and you spilling them all over, right? That's the kind of mess that Fresh and Fit, okay, aka Fresh and Fraud, have put themselves in. And again, you're always going to have some stands, you're going to have some followers that understand kids still make a mess, and that's all they can resonate with. They don't have these examples, right? Let's look at it real quick. Do you think a gentleman like Kevin Samuels, Denzel, Jocko Willink, David Goggins, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, you know, luminaries, I'm talking real people, LeBron James, all these folks are not going to go in and try to have some internet beef. They're not coming out here having someone trying to break in their house and talk about, I can't believe you stole my software. Let's get on and talk about this. No, these are grown ass focused men. That is a difference. You know, that's why I'm calling this kids make a mess. Because here's the deal. The reason this has gotten a lot of attention is because it is messy and it's frankly entertaining. But at the cost of men in the manosphere now having to think that that is the standard of conduct. The young folks think, well, you know what? It's okay to be messy. No, fool. The thing is, this is what happens with human nature. Those that have a standard of conduct, they're not talked about. Okay, they're not talked about. It takes balls to maintain discipline. It does. To truly be like, you know what? I'm not going to get in a situation that's going to embarrass me, my name, my family, my ethnicity, et cetera, et cetera. Only kids that are emotionally immature get themselves in a mess. And I mean kids, no matter what age you are. Okay. And here's the funny thing. Speaking of kids. So I'm a father and I have a daughter who just started school back up. And I told her this advice when it comes to bullying. And the same applies with online bullying. Bullying, the thing with bullies is that they're only a bully because they're not happy with themselves. I told her this weeks ago before this mess. So when I see any time that Fresh and Fit, especially Myron, okay, Myron, because that's what he likes to do is he likes to run his mouth, right? Or he likes to run away, right? Myron Gaines, aka Amru, okay, because there's still some idiots that actually believe Myron Gaines was his real name. Myron, what he likes to do is he would bully people if he felt that somehow he was offended because someone critiqued his video or even mentioned his name. He got hypersensitive. And this is someone who supposedly was a special agent with HSI, which, by the way, I have contacts from CBP. So I'm actually going to check on that to see what his reputation was, okay? Because I'm going to confess something, y'all. My real name is Chris. And I'm going to confess something else. I'm an Army officer. Okay, I have contacts, I have interagency contacts. So yeah, he might have done all this, but he might have been a paper pusher. He might not have all this experience that people talk about, but I'm going to find out. Anyways, I digress. The thing about online bullies is that they're not happy with themselves. That is different from holding people accountable, because that's what I'm doing, because you're going to have a lot of stands say, oh, you bullying Myron, you bullying. No, they put themselves in this, and I am going to be the one that's going to be like, no, that's not the standard conduct that the manosphere needs to live by, right? It is called the manosphere. It's not called the young kids sphere, the young manosphere. It's called the manosphere. And right now, if the manosphere was a corporation, you're not even acting like junior management. You're acting like the kids. You're acting like the kids that go fix a printer, go fix a fax machine, because you're acting a fool. We don't trust you to go into the corporate boardroom and do what you got to do. But you got a platform, so I'll give you that. Here's the other thing, right? This is what makes me laugh about the situation. So they went on and they did this entire live to, put everything to rest. 4-hour stream, I ain't got time to do even 40 minutes. Okay. I got other stuff going on. I got my own business. I got my own clients, working out, reading. I can't be stuck on YouTube for no 4 hours. But, looked at some other content creators and they kind of give me the cliff notes. This is what makes me laugh about people is nowadays you can act a fool, right? You can talk about someone's wife. You can talk about Haitians. You can just blabber on, be a bully. And then you apologize. A lot of celebrities do this, right? They act a fool, they apologize, then they reveal something like, oh, let me get vulnerable with y'all. And then all of a sudden, their fans get empathy, and then they're seen as a hero through redemption. Have y'all seen that? I mean, y'all seen that, right? Where celebrities act a fool, then all of a sudden they apologize, they get a little personal on, their demons. They get on the news. They do a little interview. They come out with a book, and then they're a hero, even though they acted a fool. Meanwhile, there's a lot of successful people that stay out of the limelight. Think about it. Like I said, you're never gonna see a Denzel Washington, a Tom Hanks. I'm using actors for now because I could throw a whole bunch out there. Um, you don't see these fools. You don't see them acting a fool. Sorry, they're definitely not fools. You don't see that. But you see these people that just don't know their left and right limits, and they out here doing this, doing that. They get on the news. There's a reason. There's a reason that people started turning their backs on Conor McGregor because he was acting like a kid in a very cocky way. And that's the difference between him and a Floyd Mayweather, who by and large, okay, he had a little bit of trouble, but he remained that disciplined when it came to ring work. And by and large, he didn't get himself into trouble that would really, really, really get him into prison. Conor McGregor beat an old man. He threw a dolly at a tour bus that had a whole bunch of UFC fighters in it, and even got some glass on some of the fighters who then did not get to fight, and I believe they didn't get paid, all because of Conor McGregor. People forget that he was once a humble person. What they remember was him acting a fool. So they were happy when they saw him knocked out. They were happy when they saw him choked out. You're always going to have some stands that can identify with that foolery. And here's the other thing is you got to realize when someone is a snake oil salesman. The fact that these folks were pushing a course on how to DM woman that was $700. $700 when there's licensed therapists, psychiatrists that can actually really heal your trauma from needing validation from women. They could actually fix that. And they have years of study behind them, years of practice. And they could actually fix your addiction to wanting to feel special by a woman. But instead, some folks spent $700 on something that truly wasn't proven. There really wasn't receipts. And by the way, there's even a Photoshop of Myron's DMs, and you could tell that it was a Photoshop because it wasn't even in chronological order. And you saw these blue marked models. This was before they even hit it big. Snake oil salesman. Okay, let me take you down history. So in the Wild West, snake oil salesmen would go around to towns before the internet, before phones. They would go around to small towns and tell people that this snake oil in a bottle could cure everything and even make you stronger. And people bought into it. It's the same thing right now. It's like, hey, this DM course will help you pick up woman, guaranteed, right? With a little Mentos Fresh Maker, little smile. And come on, people. I myself, I'm listed in the same groupings as counselors, therapists, physicians, and I help clients for under $100 each session. And what I mean by under $100, I'm not talking about I charge $99. No, charge less than that to help couples, to help singles. But do you see me advertising some $500, $900 course. No, that's called a grift. Okay. And you need to wake up to that. That is a grift and that is unethical, even if and it's not even morally right. But some of you think, oh, whatever, you're just jealous. No, I'm calling people out. I'm calling people out. Would you pay $2,000 for something that's not guaranteed? Some of you do. It's unfortunate. The other thing too is paid press releases. Okay, these are folks that have gone the way of using fake press releases. What I mean by fake is if the news truly covers you, because they want to cover you, it's free. But when you pay for press release, right? Because you want to pretend like the news is covering you, when in reality you're just paying to be on Yahoo News. You're just paying to be on Bloomberg, right? That's a grift too. And these two are master at it. But again, it's something that y'all just don't see. Why am I so heated? Why am I so heated? Like I said, I'm an Army officer. I have seen wannabe soldiers. They wear ribbons, they wear all this stuff, pretending they're a soldier. Fresh and Fit, you are pretending you are alpha males. And instead, you're doing the complete opposite. You get over emotional. You're ripping men off. You invite these subpar women that if you gotta subscribe to see a woman, to me that's a subpar woman. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Same thing goes for a guy. If you want to look at it that way, if you gotta subscribe to see a guy, okay, you know what I'm talking about, some OF. That's a subpar woman. What kind of self-esteem she got? Or she's gonna make money off of that? You think that's a woman that has healthy communication skills? Probably dry with texting unless you offer her money and then it's all fake compliments. That's a subpar woman, no matter how good they look. So again, like I said, they remind me of those stolen valor guys wearing medals they haven't earned, wearing medals on their chest that they don't even know what the medal means. Kids are the only ones that'll continue making a mess. If you want to continue following that, okay, if you want to hang out in the sandlot in the playground, you can do that. Or you have a choice where you can outgrow and start listening to some real content. Okay. Don't even have to be the manosphere. But some of you, keep in mind, you need to outgrow the content. They may not be the example for you. It's up to you. It's Chris, the dating doc, signing out. Peace.